A traveler cannot bring a better burden on the road than plenty of wisdom. It will prove better than money in an unfamiliar place. Wisdom is the comfort of the poor. A traveler cannot bring a better burden on the road than plenty of wisdom. And he can bring no worse a burden than too much alcohol.
I just had a crazy idea. It's too late now, but because we're just starting the don't get drunk phase of the Havamal. And I think if we took a shot every time they mentioned don't get drunk, we would, within half an hour, we'd have to stop the podcast.
We would.
It would, yeah, we'd be destroyed.
This section in particular.
So
here's an idea for all of you, a drinking game. Your second or third go through.
Yeah. Not the first one.
And actually, if we're being honest, don't do that.
No, don't do that. And we'll find out why. So, obviously, wisdom it's invaluable. They're saying it's, better than money. And that's because money can't buy yourself out of a whole bunch of situations. Let's say you're traveling on a road and, you're between towns, but it's nighttime. Your money is not going to set a fire for you. But knowing how to build a fire will, keep you safe at night and keep you warm. Money is a very useful tool, but wisdom will let you make more money. It will let you deal with situations that money has no bearing on. And it's just, you can use wisdom again and again and again, whereas money will eventually run out. And that's, I think, part of what they're saying here is that it's just wisdom has an infinite number of uses, whereas money has a few. And although important uses, it's not everything.
I mean, you could think of money as an abstraction of bottled wisdom, and
for sure.
Bear with me. The idea of currency is really to take away the barter system. You don't have to deal directly with the guy who is butchering your meat. You can the guy raising the goat or whatever. You can deal with a butcher, someone else along the line to get your meat, or a supermarket or something like that. But you can trade a commonly agreed upon currency is literally the word. But how do you get money? Wisdom. You get money by having a skill, having a trade, which would have fallen, I believe, under the definition of wisdom that was used by the Germanic peoples, the Norse peoples. It covered so many things. It wasn't just the idea of having common sense or specific knowledge, but also the ability to have a skill and a trade and something valuable worth trading, right? And so money, it's something that's going to come and go. And it has one method of coming in. That's you doing things that people find useful. And then it only works one time. You trade it once for some good or service, and then it's gone. And then you have to get more money. And it's you can debate the merits of capitalism some other way, but I think they're certainly saying that there is something more important, overarching than money. It's not just about money. And this could be you could take this as sort of an anti-greed thing, like something like it shouldn't be just about obtaining money, obtaining currency, whatever. It shouldn't be just about that, and wisdom should go on top of that. There's plenty of value for wanting to get money, because it's going to lead to other things and whatnot, and climbing up the dominance hierarchy and whatever. So I don't think this is, wow, okay. And here's another thing, just by the fact that they mention money. This is by nature a capitalist society, essentially, not what we'd think of modern laissez-faire, John Milton,
for sure.
and all of that,
Yeah.
right? But it's still the idea that you trade currency or gold or valuables or whatever for services, and so that existed way back then. But it's only going to get you so far. Really, I think this is all just saying you need to use common sense. That's actually the wording that Larrington uses. Street smarts is another way to think about that. Like, I mean, if you fall into a rough situation and you need to get yourself out safely, it's possible that if you throw down all the money in your pockets, and then just run away, that's going to get you out of there safely, but also possibly not, depending on what type of situation it is.
You're much better off to have avoided the situation if you could see. Like, this reminds me of a time actually. I was at like a fair with some friends, and some of the people wanted to go on a ride, so the girls left their purses. People were leaving their purses like on the side of the ride, kind of thing, and everyone was doing it. That was fairly safe. But then I saw a bunch of people like, and these were not like safe looking people. Let's say they were together in like a group, and I could hear them talking about getting ready to attack someone who was on the ride. So I grabbed the purses and sort of went away so that my friends would have to come follow me to that place to get away from everything. But it's sort of that idea, like, money wouldn't have helped in that situation. It was understanding my surroundings, being like, oh, something's about to go down. And something did. There was a big fight. But we were able to get out. We were able to not be involved in it whatsoever. So it was, but it's sort of that idea that money wasn't going to help in that situation. It was street smarts or whatever.
Yeah, no, great story. Yeah, it's really, I wouldn't take this as being somehow anti-capitalist or anything like that. I wouldn't. No,
that's not. I don't think there's any meaning. Like, they don't have that meaning there. I don't think It's just making sure you know what the value, what the actual value of money is. The other thing, and I think I just realized this, and this, maybe I'm just late to the game, but we talk about the trades and wisdom. I just made the connection that they're called the trades because it's the service that you're trading. Jeez.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
good.
Where have I been? Jeez.
No, really the idea is just that it's what should always be a little more valuable, not a little, what should always be more valuable than money is wisdom. And I think that's that's just such a common thing here.
Definitely.
Then we're switching gears.
Yes.
And this is going to be the beginning of the perils of over drinking. So, I mean, we could start into that now, but we have a good few stanzas that are going to make that abundantly clear, his ideas on drinking. So I'm okay to move on, actually, if you...
Yes, let's move on so that we can hit alcohol with, like, because it's going to be the next few, and we'll just be repeating ourselves. So let's get a good chunk of alcohol to talk about.
I think so.